Happy Weird Wednesday. Bow, bow. Weird Wednesday. Good morning. Good yearning. We live. Thing. Oh my God. Good morning. This is Jam for V89 News. In global news, according to AP, hundreds of protesters across Madagascar demand the resignation of President Orange Raswelm on Wednesday, taken to the streets for a fifth day of demonstrations that have shaken the government, local television broadcasts have shown. Spurred by the so-called youth-led Gen Z protests in Kenya and Nepal, the demonstrations have been the largest the Indian Ocean island has seen in years, and the most serious challenge Raswelm has faced since his re-election in 2023. A government spokesperson did not respond to Reuters' request for comment. However, the president's spokesperson, Rona Romero, said on social media that property has been destroyed and homes looted. Quote, "We do not want a coup, because a coup destroys a nation, because a coup destroys the future of our children," Rona Romero wrote on a personal Facebook account. In national news, the U.S. government shut down much of its operations on Wednesday as deep partisan divisions prevented Congress and the White House from reaching a funding deal, settling on what could be a long, grueling standoff that could lead to the loss of thousands of federal jobs. According to AP News, President Donald Trump, whose campaign to reshape the federal government is already on track to eliminate some 300,000 jobs by December, warned congressional Democrats that a shutdown could pave the way for further job cuts. The U.S.'s longest government shutdown, which stretched over 35 days in 2018 to 2019 during Trump's first term, ended in part after flight delays caused by air traffic controllers calling in sick. University of Chicago professor Robert Pape shared with AP that the polarized U.S. political climate can make it harder for party leaders to reach a deal to reopen the government, which would likely anger their most vocal partisans. Quote, "The rules of politics are radically changing, and we can't know for sure where all of this is going to end," unquote, says Pape. And now, in state news, starting October 1st, the Miami Herald will debut Coral Springs News, Miramar News, and Pembroke Pines News, each committed to telling the stories that matter most to their city while providing solutions-oriented journalism that helps residents engage in their communities. The Herald reports that residents of Coral Springs, Miramar, and Pembroke Pines now have new dedicated sources for local news with the launch of 3 community-focused websites designed to inform, connect, and empower citizens. Coverage will spotlight local government decisions, new businesses, schools, events, and the people who make each city unique. Reporting will also go beyond the problems to explore solutions and ideas that can improve everyday life for residents. In an era when many local newsrooms have closed or scaled back, these sites aim to fill the gap with reporting focused squarely on the cities they serve. More information can be found on coralspringsfl.com, miramarflnews.com, and pembrokepines.flnews.com. And finally, in local news, Tallahassee eatery Leon's, located at Lake Ella, is temporarily closing, but the restaurant isn't going anywhere. The Tallahassee Democrat reports that the Southern Eatery, operated by Tallahassee's own celebrity chef Leon Brunson, this with the Brunson told the Democrat the restaurant has become a temporary victim of his own success. Quote, "Every year the business is increasing already, and in 2025, in the first 4 months, we eclipsed our sales from the previous year. It was so hectic in terms of how much food and how much volume was coming through. Our restaurant is just not equipped for that," unquote. Along with the boom in business, he wrote on Facebook that Leon's, quote, "encountered working conditions that were unbearable for staff. Combine that with a number of other factors, and it was time to make a change, unquote. Meanwhile, on Facebook, a member of Tallahassee Foodies posed the question on Tuesday, quote, "What happened to Leon's?" unquote, to which Brunson commented that he will have a more formal update coming. He acknowledged that his transparency has not been the strongest, unquote, but said the, quote, "restaurant isn't going anywhere," unquote. When patrons visit the business site, they are immediately navigated. "We apologize for the inconvenience and we thank you for your patience. Please be assured that the restaurant will reopen soon," unquote. That's all the news for this hour. I'm Jam, and you're listening to WVFS Tallahassee, the voice of Florida State. Boom, and I'm out. That's right. Subscribe here and like. That's right. Boom. See you later. Bye. How do I end it?